Alright guys, we are back for more of my 2026 Easter special. We just played some Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for the Nintendo Wii, and that was a whole lot of fun. So, for our next segment, we are going to be playing Wii Party for the Nintendo Wii. So let's see what happens on this game. Alright, anyways, for the mode that we're going to play here in this segment, we're going to play Spin-Off. Alright, so let's go to one player, and there's me of course. And we'll put the computer players on advanced. We're taking on Takashi, Gabrielle, and Misaki today. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, we know how this works. So all of us are going to start with $500, and we'll put the bank at $500 as well. Alright, time to get into the first round. And we're going to start with $300. Alright. Alright, let's go to Takashi. And he's going to end up losing $300. Alright, it's Gabrielle's turn now. Alright, we're doing a 4-player bank bout, but it's only for $500. Alright, let's see what kind of minigame we're going to play. Maze Days. Alright, let's do it. We're almost there. And we got it! That is how I roll. So we are going to get ourselves $500 there. Alright, we're up to $1,300 right now. Time to go ahead and add another $500 to the bank. Alright, now it's time to go over to Misaki. And she spends $500 for the bank. Alright, heading into round 2. Looks like we have another 4-player bank battle coming up. This time it's for $1,000. Alright, our next minigame is Stopwatchers. I'm trying to aim for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright! Got it right on the nose. That was impressive. Alright, $1,000 coming my way. Alright, up to $2,300 right now. Let's once again add $500 to the bank. Alright, let's see what Takashi spends now. $500 for the bank. Alright, back to Gabrielle. Another $500 for the bank. Alright, let's see what happens now with Misaki. Well, she gets $300. Alright, round 3. And this is going to be 500 for the bank right there. Alright, let's see what Takashi gets now. Another 500 for the bank. Alright, what's Gabrielle gonna spin here? Once again, 500 for the bank. Alright, Masaki. And she's also gonna spend 500 for the bank. Alright, round 4. Ah, this time I lose $300. But that's okay. At least it's still pretty early. Alright, but anyways, let's see what Takashi spins here. 500 for the bank. Alright, going back to Gabrielle, and he spends 500 for the bank right there. Alright, what's Masaki getting now? Another 500 for the bank, so now it is up to $5,000. Alright, round 5. Alright, it's also time to change up the wheel a little bit. It's going to be 500 for the bank right there. I was 1 too many on that lucky chance. It's alright. Okay, let's see what Takashi gets here. $300. Okay, on to Gabrielle. 500 for the bank. Alright, now it's Masaki's turn. And she gets $300. Alright, round 6. There's another 500 for the bank. Alright, let's see what Takashi gets on this spin. Oh boy! He's gonna end up getting the lucky chance. I don't know about this. Let's see what happens. Haha! You failed! Okay, let's go back to Gabrielle now. And he spends $300. Okay. Let's see what Masaki gets here. $300. And now we're on to round 7. Come on, slow down! Okay, just barely stopped in time on triple for the bank. So now it is up to $15,900. Alright, what's Takashi getting here? $300. Alright, time to see what happens now, Gabrielle. 500 for the bank. Alright, Masaki's turn. She also gets $300. Alright, now we're in round 8. The game is already just about over, so it's time to change up the wheel again. Alright, we got a slight change in the rules here. The player in last place will choose the minigame for 4-player battles. It's still anybody's game. And been a 4-player bank battle, so this is going to be for $15,800. A lot is riding on this. We got to make sure we try our best to win it. Alright, well, it looks like we got a tie for last place. But Takashi is picking the mini game right here, and he picks Saucer Snap. Alright, this one I'm good at, so I should do very well on this. Alright, here we go. Alright, how do we do? Yeah, baby! We got the closest right there, just like that. And we're getting ourselves $15,800. Awesome! And now we're up to $17,800. This time we're going to add $1,000 to the bank. Alright, let's go to Takashi. Alright, he spins a 1 versus 1 mini game. So if Takashi wins, he'll get half the opponent's money. And of course, he challenges me. I have that coming since I'm the one in first, and we're playing a commuter count. It's basically where we try to count the passengers on the train. Let's see what happens. Boy, I don't know about this. Alright, my guess was 16, while Takashi guessed 20. Let's see who was closest to the right answer. Oh, 19! So it looks like Takashi got the closest. So all because of that, he's unfortunately going to take away half my money. Dang it. Alright, well, we can still have a chance on this. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Alright, it's Gabrielle's turn right now. And he's going to spend $300. Alright, so what happens now with the safety? Alright, it's a 4-player bank battle. We're only playing for $700 on this one. Okay, so Gabrielle gets to choose the minigame now, since he's in last place. And we're playing walk-off. Okay. Gotta go 80 yards. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Alright, let's see who was the closest. Got it! I only traveled a tiny bit short to the line right here, but it still got it very well. Alright, so we do get $700 there. And that will bring me up to $9,600. Alright, adding another $1,000 to the bank. And we're now in round 9. Alright, let's see what I'm gonna spin here. A 1 versus 1 mini game, alright. Alright, I'm just $100 short of the lead. But I gotta challenge Takashi. Alright, playing flag foot race. Alright, this should be a better one for me to win at right here, so let's see how well this goes. Oh! Alright! We did it! Alright, give me half your money right now, Takashi! $14,450 right now. Alright, it's Takashi's turn. And he's gonna spin triple in the bank. Alright, over to Gabrielle. Alright, $300 for him there. Alright, over to Misaki. Double for the bank. So it goes up to $5,400 right now. Alright, round 10. Alright, there's double for the bank. And now it is up to $10,800. Okay. So now it's back to Takashi. Oh, he's gonna spin a 1 versus 1 minigame here. And yeah, I figured he was gonna challenge me. Alright, we're playing Roll to the Goal. Alright, thankfully we do have another easy one that I can try to win at. Let's do this. Alright, we win! That was simple. Alright, so since we were able to win that mini game, nothing happens here, so we're going to keep our money as it is. Alright, so let's head over to Gabrielle, and he spins triple for the bank, so now it is up to $32,400. Okay, let's back over to Misaki. And she spins a 1 versus 1 mini game. And now she's gonna challenge me. Alright, we're playing Delivery Duel. Just gotta try to be the first to deliver a pizza to a customer. Alright, let's do this. Oh god, I just hit the wall so hard. Oh man, that's gonna leave a mark. Alright, we're almost there. Okay, we got it. That's how you do it. Alright, so we're once again keeping our money as it is since I won that mini game. Alright, now we're going into overtime. With round 10 completed, looks like we're going into overtime. We'll play 10 more rounds until someone wins all the money in the bank. Also, the number of minus segments on the wheel has increased. Alright, see what happens here now. Oh no! Darn it, there goes half my money. I didn't want to see that at all. But thankfully, we still have the lead. And we are doing a 4-player bank balance. This is going to be for $39,625. And whoever wins this is going to win the game overall. So we really got to be careful. Alright, Gabrielle gets to pick the mini game. Alright, Quicker Chipper. I'm very good at this one, so we should have a strong chance to win. Let's do it. Down to our final 5 seconds. And we successfully pull off the win with 10 points. Sweet. Alright, we do get ourselves $39,625. And I become the big winner with a total of $46,850. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? That is what I call a great game. It all came down to that final minigame right here on whoever was going to win it overall. And thankfully, I was able to get it very easily thanks to us getting a good minigame that I'm very, very good at here. So, glad I was able to help me right there to my expectations. Alright, so here's what the graph looks like throughout the entire game if you all want to see that. Alright, but anyways, that is going to do it for Wii Party for the Nintendo Wii as part of my 2026 Easter special. But we still have some more games to play, and I will see you all for the next segment right after this, so stay tuned.